From the president down to our local pharmacy, we were beat over the head with the following phrase.
You're not going to get it if you have these vaccinations.
That vaccinated people do not carry the virus, don't get sick.
Do we remember that? Please don't laugh during my presentation, because now the US government, Dr. Birx, and a Pfizer directive have both admitted on the record they knew the whole time the vaccine didn't prevent transmission.
Was the tested on stopping the transmission of the virus before it entered the market?
Regarding the question around, did we know about stopping immunisation before it's entered the market? No. We had to really move at the speed of science.
I knew these vaccines were not going to protect against infection, and I think we overplayed the vaccine.
They knew the whole time. I want you to sit and think about what all the millions of people just went through over these mandates. The stress, the job loss, the segregation, the discrimination, the humiliation, all for nothing. It was a farce. It didn't prevent the spread, and they knew the whole time. And who warned you? We did. I came in here a year ago and told this board and Dr. Pino the vaccine did not prevent the spread. It doesn't prevent infection. Del Bigtree said this when the trials began.
Endpoints of these trials are not designed to see if they stop the actual infection.
Dr. Fauci said it a year ago.
The primary endpoints to prevent symptomatic disease, not necessarily to prevent infection.
The CDC director said it a couple months ago in regards to Delta.
With regard to severe illness and death, they prevent it. But what they can't do anymore is prevent transmission.
I have been saying it for a month, and now the Florida Surgeon General just said it over the weekend.
These vaccines are not preventing transmission.
I repeat, the vaccine does not stop transmission. I was ignored. How was I an entire year ahead of your medical director on the vaccine science? How's that possible? This makes the argument for mandates and passports completely illogical. If it doesn't prevent transmission, it doesn't matter who gets it. What about the other phrase? It's about protecting others. Well, it doesn't prevent the spread. It only protects you. And does it? The state of Florida found that the vaccine increases cardiac death in men by 84%. New data emerging out of Israel and Europe shows that the more vaccines you get, the more likely you are to see hospitalization and death. This doesn't count the 30,000 plus deaths reported to the VAERS system and counting in a system that only collects 1 to 10%. The tens of thousands of blood clots, heart attacks, Bell's palsy, strokes, miscarriages, and sudden unexplained deaths, but I digress. This week, a Canadian premier offered a sincere apology to anyone subjected to vaccine mandates that face discrimination because of what we now know.
I'm deeply sorry for anyone who was inappropriately subjected to discrimination as a result of their status. I'm deeply sorry.
As the leaders of Orange County, I believe you have a choice to make right here in this moment. You can admit that you were fooled about the vaccine preventing transmission, like many others, and offer an apology to everyone that was affected, like the firefighters that work under you. Or you could admit that you knew the entire time and lied like they did. I believe that the citizens of Orange County, especially your firefighters, the people who lost their jobs, deserve a response. Were you misled or did you lie about the vaccine preventing transmission? Anything?
This isn't a question and answer period. You can.
I believe that, but I think this is a very important topic that we've got 20 seconds left. You could easily tell us if you were misled or if you lied.
Finish your comments.
I am complete.
Okay, well, thank you.
That's it.
All right, we're going to move forward.
Okay, your silence is absolutely deafening.
We'll move forward
All right.
if you're done.
Shout out to the Canadian Premier who had the ability to apologize to her constituents. I hope that you can at least do the same. I had a nice talk with Dr. Pino out front, and he said he'd be glad to see these videos. I'll be sending them to you as well with my sources. Have a great day.
All right, we're going to move forward to the next speaker, please.